So what is the research process? Library research is much more than searching Primo and finding books and journal articles. It includes 9 distinct steps. Let's imagine you've just been assigned a research paper. Sometimes your professor will have you choose from a list of topics, but often the student must choose a topic themselves. You decide to focus on water pollution. The first step in the research process is deciding on which question about a topic you will answer. Often, this is a how, what, or why question. If you're not sure exactly what direction you want to go, that's okay at this point. Next, you will learn more about the topic and what resources are available for you to use. Step 2 is background information. To narrow down your potential questions, you need to learn more about your topic. Good resources for this are books and reference materials. You can find both by searching your topic in Primo and limiting your results by resource type. I also recommend checking out the research guide for your subject. The guide links to general reference databases like Credo Reference and includes paper reference books for some subjects. Keep track of your sources, as some might be helpful later. Now that you know more about the subject, it's time to refine your research topic in step 3 of the research process. This will help keep your resources focused. There are many ways to limit your topic, but the most common options are demographic group, location, time period, or theory approach. Let's look at some examples. Demographics are characteristics of human populations such as age, sex, income, race, or profession. Let's use our topic, water pollution, as an example. Try doing a few test searches to see what resources are available before deciding on a specific limiter. Remember, not every topic has been researched before, and some topics will need multiple limiters to keep results manageable. In steps 1 through 3 of the research process, you've already chosen a topic, you've done some test searches and found at least some results available, and you're ready to do more serious searching now. In step 4, it's time to select and search library resources. If you haven't looked at the research guide for your subject yet, now is a great time. For help on how to use all the features in Primo to limit your results, watch our Primo 101 video. Often, this is the hardest part of the process, so the next part of the video will focus on search strategies. Don't be afraid to contact a librarian if you run into roadblocks. In Portal, you'll find our Contact Us channel, which links to our email form, Ask a Librarian, phone number, and live chat options. Let's talk about keywords. To find what you need, Primo and databases need you to use the same words they use for your topic. These are called subject terms. They are assigned to resources by real human beings. Sometimes, looking at keywords for one item will lead you to find better terms for future searches. Let's look at our example, water pollution. Other words for water pollution could be water quality, water pollutants, water pollution control, environmental monitoring, or wastewater. How do you find out what terms to try? The answer is, try as many as you can. Still not sure what subject terms there are for your topic? They are located in a few places. In Primo, you can find them on the left-hand side next to your search results under Subject. Subject terms are also listed inside individual item records under Details. If I click on any one of the terms, a new search will open with all the items containing that subject term. Databases also have a special tool called a thesaurus where you can search for subject terms. EBSCO databases, like Academic Search Complete, have a thesaurus called Subject Terms. Type your topic in the box and click Browse, and a list of terms will appear below. ProQuest databases like ProQuest Central have the ProQuest Thesaurus, where you can search for terms the same way. For more information about these tools, ask a librarian. Now that you have a list of subject terms, you can use the following techniques to combine them to get the best search results. Don't worry, I'll show you an example of each of these next. And is assumed. When you put a list of terms in the box together, Primo knows you want all of the terms together. Here, you can see the number of results is almost the same. Quotation marks help keep together terms that are more than one word. For example, social media. Our results went from over 2.5 million to just 700,000 by adding quotation marks. Or is more. Using or tells Primo I want to do a search for anything in the database that has a subject term social media or social networks. By putting a capital OR between them, I avoid having to do 2 searches on similar terms. Here, my results more than double using or. A capital NOT will eliminate a term from my results. Let's say I want to do a search on social networks, but I don't want to include Facebook. I can include an NOT capital phrase at the end of my search string to eliminate that keyword from my results. Here, my results have decreased by over 300,000, but more importantly, the results will be more of what I'm looking for. Ready for some advanced techniques? Try the parentheses. In this search, I tell Primo I want marketing about social media or social networks, but not Facebook. As you can see, using parentheses got me down to just over 400,000 results, when every other search was over 1 million. If I didn't put parentheses around the OR phrase, I would get all the articles about marketing and social media, or anything about social networks, but not Facebook. Careful, parentheses can be tricky. The advanced search feature in Primo allows you to tell Primo exactly where you want Primo to search for terms. For example, you only want to search for a term in the title of a source. Normally, Primo searches the title, author, subject terms, and abstract of the item. However, you probably won't need to use this too often. When you find a great search string for your research question, you might want to save it. To learn more about how to save searches and search results in Primo, watch the Primo 101 video. What's the bottom line on searching? Mostly, I start with 1 or 2 keywords and then take advantage of the tools built into Primo and many of the databases to hone my results. Research takes a lot of trial and error. Did I mention that Primo 101 video? It has great information about Primo's many search results features if you're interested. And of course, if you need more help, ask a librarian. The rest of the library research process will be covered in Part 2.